Tonight I wanted to welcome you to walk through our gallery of expression, history, and heart. My name is Dana Blacharski. I'm the activities director here. Each piece tells a story of joy, resilience, and memory and imagination. Before you view their beautiful pieces, let's get to know some of these artists themselves.
Originally, I'm from Egypt. Port Said is my town. Wherever I was, and when a place like this one, they always had art classes. I love to draw, and so I said, okay. So every time we met, which was once a week, I was there in whatever class of art. Anything fits me.
Oh, that would be my mom. I grew up around art my entire life. She does mainly watercolor and acrylics, portraits, all kind of stuff. So I've been around it. So I was inspired by her, but I wasn't encouraged to do art by her.
I had to be encouraged a lot because my brother could draw real well, and my aunt tinted black and white photographs. I thought, well, they know how to do it, but I don't.
Well, without a doubt, I have to say Walt Disney and also Warner Brothers. They were two different associations. And I love the style of the characters in Walt Disney, but I love the meanness that were with Warner Brothers.
When I was a teenager, I had candy and cookies that I helped make into different things. That was the first time that I was involved in creating something. But from there, I got a feeling that, gee, I can make this. Maybe I can make anything.
A lot of people has been supportive. A lot of instructors that I've had. Then I'm with a group called Women to Photography Group, and that helps.
When I was young, I was interested in art, and my mother kept saying I had to do other things first. So finally I got a tutor, and she taught me the color wheel, and the primaries and the secondaries and the tertiaries. So that was sort of, it was a long hiatus before I got back to painting.
Probably when I was a teenager, I started designing clothes, dresses and so forth, and drew pictures of them.
Judy has taken classes from such prestigious locations as the Smithsonian, the Corcoran Art Museum, and the Maine Photography Workshops, as well as the Minnesota College of Art Design.
As a child, it was what I did for fun, the drawing, and it was typically markers and the pencils and all of that.
I started painting seriously after I retired right around 1984. Then I decided I would learn how to paint watercolor because I used to just only get mud every time I did it.
I lived across the street from the Philadelphia Museum of Art, and I used to go in the museum all the time and look at the art, and my eyes just went up, and it inspired me to become a creative person.
Things that I've done, things that I've thought about, anything like that. It could be something simple, it could be something more complex.
Yes, more from nature. When you're doing photography, you have to be there right then.
Quite a bit in Africa, where I have been for 4 or 5 years, working there as a nurse. I saw quite a few beautiful things, and I couldn't help but taking a piece of paper and drawing it. And so I went on, and I came back, and I continued to draw anything that I see. I feel, even the sky and the birds, and I went on and on.
Some of the favorite topics or subjects are flowers, both still life and in nature. There's always an abundance to choose from, and doing them indoors and the still life allows for more creativity and expression.
I loved drama. I was a teacher. And so I started doing plays. Lo and behold, we had to have sets. There was a very talented girl named Meredith. I asked her if she'd like to paint the set. And I came out one day, and she was on a ladder with 2 assistants, girls that she recruited. And they had sort of little pails of paint. and she would dip her hands into the paint and was sort of doing this. And I was flabbergasted.
Being able to want to capture a moment, to like freeze it in time. We can never go back and recapture it again. So for that second, I could freeze whatever it is that I see.
I went to UNCW and I had run into a friend of mine that was a painter that was from my hometown, and I just admired what she did so much. I said, I'm gonna try this, you know.
Actually, when I feel the urge to paint, I sit down and I don't really know what I'm gonna do. I will start using the paint in a different way from what I've done before. As I apply the paint, I soon start drawing a certain way, and it just keeps evolving.
Look at the world in a different way, more happy, more colorful, and more things to do. It'll take you down another trail. I was an artist, but I couldn't paint anymore because I couldn't see good out of this left eye. And I have been writing stories to hand down to my children and poems and just things like that. I've had a book published, and if I could just work a computer, I'd be finished.
It's nice. It's nice because it is something that's personal. It's something that I enjoy.
I have Parkinson's, and Parkinson's affects not just your limbs, it affects everything. That has probably been the biggest challenge because I can be drawing and all of a sudden there's this jerk. It draws a line that I do not intend, that you're never too old to learn to draw.
It has. Actually, when I moved to Wilmington, started going to UNCW, I kind of switched over to photography. It was kind of an accident because I was at the beach and I was able to see the sunrises. So I got really addicted to sunrises and sunsets and the moon, and so I ended up doing more photography than I did drawings.
I think many years I did childish things. I drew and I started creating some sculptures, and it was a fun thing. Tried all different kinds of being. I will try almost anything. I'm open to all kinds of possibilities. I think that we have to be in life.
Yeah, I think it's changed because you learn as you do art. And so if you do it regularly, it's going to change. You're going to learn more.
I can't draw anymore because my hands are shaking. So sometimes that influences my art. There's some things I love to paint, but it requires some good draftsmanship. So I just have abandoned even thinking about it, and I've been attracted more abstract art.
It's been difficult to pursue her photography during the past few years, but Judy still has an eye for a good shot and is always willing to offer composition or editing advice to anyone who needs it.
It means my ability to show people things that they might walk by any other time.
It's brought back a lot of memories. I've used art all the time, I guess, in my life to help me express what I want to express. And I think this is a great opportunity for me to see other people's work as well as remind me of my own.
Well, I've never done that before, so it's kind of a little strange. I'm just wondering what in the world are they going to think about this and that.
I love it. I'm very inspired by these folks who've been around forever and showing that what they've done over the years, it's fabulous. And then with the activities that we do, we can see their creativity. Being here long enough to know if art's hanging on the wall, I can figure out who did which piece of art.
We need to see that there's a lot of people in here that are so gifted. The joy and the spark, it's contagious.
It is. It really,
It's
really
contagious.
is.
I love that I'm part of an art show because I think art is so important. This group is a group that I work with, that I'm part of, and I feel we're all connected.
Oh, it's terrific. I mean, it's very nice to come here and suddenly say, oh, I'm planning to continue my art. I didn't realize it was the community. Betty Brown is here, and I purchased the painting of hers.
Oh, that's amazing.
I regard it as a unique opportunity. I have to pick 5 paintings, and I think I'm going to be able to do that.
Well, I don't mind sharing it. They'll look at other people's artwork too.
That is the chance that people can look at it and appreciate what we've done, because it's a bunch of people here. It's a bunch of people who have talent and skills, and they have the ability to do that, and that they can show what they can do.
Art is not only what you see, it's what you feel, what you remember, and what you share. May their creativity continue to inspire us all.